Moxley, da-na-na-na-na, you fucking suck, da-na-na-na-na, I hate everything, oh, about Jon Moxley. There you go, AEW kicked off with Jon Moxley, so I'm kicking off with my own edited version of Jon Moxley's theme song. Why? Because Moxley, his theme song, AEW Rampage, it all fucking sucks. Welcome back, guys, to Vlog Wrestling for your AEW Rampage review. The 10th, 28th, 22. I got a bit mixed up there. It's the fucking 28th. Why do Americans mix up their dates? Why do they put the month first? Any normal person, any reasonable thinking person puts the day first. It should be the day, month, year. You've got the smallest unit of time, followed by the middle unit of time, followed by the longest unit of time. It makes zero sense to put the month first. And I want anybody... I fucking challenge anybody to prove me wrong on that. But anyway, I'm not going to spend about 10 minutes dissecting whether or not, you know, the Brits do it correctly by putting the day first in the date. Forget about the day. Forget about the date. I'll tell you what you need to know. This show was shit. Another terrible Rampage. We kick off with Matt Menard in the ring. And I actually kind of... I don't know if I like Matt Menard. That might be an overstatement. But I think he, outside of Jericho, he is my favourite member of the Jericho Appreciation Society. Well, actually, I'll take that back. Outside of Jericho and the Two Hot Blondes, he is my favourite member of the Jericho Appreciation Society. He's just got these like drugged up eyeballs. I mean, they literally look like his eyeballs are going to pop out of his skull. I mean, he's always chewing gum. And I know that I'm lowering the standards here. Yo, why is this guy your favourite? Because he chews chewing gum. I mean, I get it. The ball has been lowered. The bar has been lowered. The ball's been dropped even on AEW. But to me, this guy, he offers more than Sammy Guevara. He offers more than Daniel Garcia. I just like the guy. I think he's energetic. I think he's aggressive with his promos. And yeah, I like Matt Menard, but let's be honest, I don't like him that much. He opens up with Jon Moxley. This was a world title eliminator match. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck can this be a world title eliminator match when Moxley is the champion? So, can someone explain that to me? I don't understand. How can Moxley be a title eliminator match when he's a champ? On what sense? On what planet does it make sense? It was supposed to be Matt Menard versus that shit member from the Blackpool, I can't even remember his, Wheeler Yuta. Nah, that boring bastard. It was supposed to be Wheeler Yuta versus Matt Menard tonight, but apparently Wheeler Yuta double booked himself for like a Mexican show, or it was at AAA, and this just goes to show how pathetic AEW is. Could you imagine a wrestler, not that they're allowed to in WWE, but could you imagine a wrestler in WWE is supposed to like be on SmackDown or Raw, and they accidentally double book, and McMahon fucking lets them go and do the other booking and says, oh, screw my show? Could you imagine that? Here, Chris Benoit, you're supposed to main event Raw tonight, but you've got a match doing at your local, you know, family killing backyard wrestling company, so you can go and wrestle Daniel there tonight, and I'll just replace somebody else in for your match. We'll make it Goldberg versus Triple H instead. Never. Why? Why is that happening? Why is Tony Khan allowing Wheeler Yuta, this absolute bum, to put some other company ahead of his company? He's signed with AEW. AEW should be the priority. If he has double booked, then fuck that other company. But you know what? I'm actually glad he was double booked. It means I did not have to see Wheeler Yuta tonight. Unfortunately, though, we see Moxley. He walked out to the ring, and I'm surprised he wasn't blading by the time he got there. But he beats Matt Menard. Parker was at ringside. You know, they tried to double team Moxley. It didn't work. And Moxley beats him with the rear naked choke. A horrible finisher. I don't agree. I don't like main eventers having submission maneuvers, especially a face, because I think if you're a heel, you get away with it more, but I think if you're going to be a face, you kind of need an impactful move. Like, I'm looking at Austin, you know, hitting the stunner, rock bottom, Cena with the attitude adjustment. I just think it's much better. Even, like, people that have spears. I think a move that is, like, impactful and you can strike somebody with, or you can, like, Orton with RKO, you can, like, hit it in an instant. But Moxley's sleeper hold, his rear naked shin, it's so fucking boring. It looks sloppy. It's just not a good finisher. Every time he applies it to someone and it ends the match, it's like very anticlimactic. You're sitting there thinking, really? That was it? Could you imagine? It's essentially a sleeper hold. Could you imagine WrestleMania? Orton puts someone in a sleeper hold for 10 minutes as per usual, and then after 10 minutes the guy just like passes out and Orton gets awarded the match? What? Oh man, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I hate his fucking finisher. Why not go back to the paradigm shift DDT or whatever? Why does he use this rear naked choke? Why is he even champ? Why is this guy the 3-time champ? Like, I'm not saying he doesn't have some sort of name value, but I don't know why AEW are pushing Jon Moxley like he is this fucking megastar. And JR referred to him as Oscar-esque on Dynamite. I want to make I'll probably make a separate vid on that. I'm not having it. JR comparing Jon Moxley to Austin. I mean, the only thing they've got in common, the only comparison I can make between Moxley and Austin is in like 5 years they'll probably both be bald because Moxley is like fucking hardly got any hair left on his head. But apart from that, I mean, they could not be further apart. Moxley and Austin are not alike. Nothing at all. Austin's the biggest star in the wrestling business. Austin was so fucking good, and Jon Moxley is so fucking bad. So, yeah, it's what it is, man. And I tell you what it is. It's shit. That's what this show is. Then, this was really awkward. After the match, we get Stokely comes out. He comes out with Lee Moriarty, and Lee Moriarty challenges Moxley to a match, and they says to Moxley, I know you've been hit in the head and you need like visuals and stuff to understand things. So they show a package on the Titantron, and it was this really fucking crap package of like Lee Moriarty. It showed you him doing a couple of moves, and it showed you him saying, I'm the wizard or something like this. I'm the wizard Moriarty. And it was like, normally it was like promo packages are used to like build someone and put them over, but this was horrible. And then Moxley at the end, it's kind of just looking at it, and he's like, if you want your ass whooped, all you had to do was ask. And he says that we like you, but you chose the wrong side. You're not in the Blackpool Combat Club. So next week I'm going to beat you, and you're never going to be the same again. Just, I mean, crap here. Really, really crap. But I don't know what they were trying to do here with this little promo that they put on the Titantron with Lee Moriarty, because if anything, Lee Moriarty sucks, and I don't want to see him, but after seeing this package, I wanted to see him less, and that sums up how bad it was. It was fucking horrendous. Speaking of horrendous, obesity! It's walking obesity! Keith Lee is up next. He's taking on some guy called Ser Pentacle. Now, this guy might have been in previous matches. I might have reviewed shows with him in it, but he was like a 5 foot, 100 pound guy with a mask on, so I couldn't really tell who it was. But Keith Lee beats him in an instant with a power bomb. Then we get the Acclaimed come out. They say, where's Billy? Billy's no here. What did you do to Billy? Tony Schiavone says Billy left. He had a family emergency. The Acclaimed say that they are family, and if there was an emergency, they would have knew about it. Then we cut to the Titantron. Swerve is kidnapped Billy Gunn, and he's got him like tied up with like an it's sort of like an interrogation sort of thing. He's got like the light bulb shining down on Billy's face, and then he gets like pliers, and he puts the pliers on Billy Gunn's fingers, and he's like clamping down on the pliers, and Billy Gunn's in pain. Look, I appreciate them doing something outside of the ring. I appreciate them doing something different. But this seemed very like Halloween, horror-themed, psychotic, and it just felt out of place with Swerve Strickland doing it to Billy Gunn, because like Swerve Strickland has never came across as that kind of guy, and Billy Gunn is pretty much just this comedy dude who does the scissor me daddy ass thing. It felt out of place. I mean, if this was in, not even WWE, but if this was like, I don't know, I'll not use a WWE reference or whatever, but let's say if this was like someone, if this was like the House of Black or Darby Allin or someone like that, you know, you could, if the House of Black were trying to like interrogate Sting and they were threatening to cut his fingers off, I think it would make a bit more sense. You know, you would look at it and go, well, that kind of, you know, that fits in a bit more. But Swerve Strickland, like, essentially threatening to scissor Billy Gunn by cutting his fingers off, you know, I appreciate them trying something different, but it just seemed very out of place. Not something that I'd expect to see from Swerve Strickland, but here, it was probably the best thing on the show. It was the best thing on the show, in fact, so I'll give them credit. I just don't think it really worked with Swerve Strickland doing this, but I mean, they actually tried something that wasn't wrestling, so I will give them credit for that. Then we get Ty Mello with Sammy Guevara versus Madison Rayne. Why do the commentators like freak out over Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara kissing each other? I don't get it. I mean, are they gay or something? I've got a feeling if two guys came out, if the Acclaimed came out and started making out, Tony Schiavone and Excalibur would probably start jerking off. You know, they'd probably be loving life if they seen the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn having a freeway fucking kiss session in the middle of the ring. They would be loving life. But because Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara do it, they're hated on, they're frowned upon, and that just kind of goes with what I've been saying in wrestling, especially when I was talking about like Quincy Elliott in NXT, where it's fine because Quincy Elliott's gay, and it's fine for Shotzi to slap Quincy's ass, but you can't get it the other way about. You know, you would never get like a straight man slapping Shotzi's ass. So that's what I kind of feel like here. It's like, because Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara are a couple and they're both straight, the fact that they're showing any sort of affection on TV, on camera, the commentators are burying it, and at the end of the day, all they're doing, they're literally having a kiss on the way to the ring. Is that crime of the fucking century? I don't think so, but the AEW commentators make out it is, but you can guarantee if it was like two women or two men, they would be loving life and they'd be, oh, look at us, we're so strong, it's beautiful, it's two fucking gay people kissing. Get it up, these man, right? This match was shit. Ty Mello versus Madison Rayne. I've never liked Madison Rayne, never thought she was attractive, never thought she was good in the ring, just like this annoying, bony ass fucking chick that didn't deserve all the titles she got in TNA. In my opinion, as soon as she became the face of the TNA's like women's division, that's when it went to complete shit. That's when the Knockouts division, in my opinion, lost any sort of interest. You know, we always had good women in the Knockouts division. You had the beautiful people, you had Tara, you had Mickey James, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, all those people, but for me, as soon as Madison Rayne became the face of the TNA Knockouts division, it died. No one gave a shit about it. Literally, people stopped caring. I don't care. She was in the Beautiful People. Never thought she was that beautiful. Don't know why she was in it. But she's even less beautiful now because Ty Mello broke her nose, I think, with the finisher. Ty Mello tweeted on Twitter how she wants to, you know, call the finisher the nose breaker. And I mean, it's all good in the hood. You know, maybe they're trying to use this to try and put over the move, but at the end of the day, all it does is show me that these two are unsafe, or Ty Mello at least is unsafe, or whoever's fault it was. I don't really care. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you're breaking someone's nose on a shitty throwaway match on Rampage, it's not exactly a good sign. Now, it did work. I remember when Nia Jax broke Becky Lynch's nose, that sort of propelled Becky Lynch into stardom. That whole visual of Becky Lynch just like standing in the crowd with the blood pouring out her broken nose, that made Becky Lynch. I'm not saying that she wouldn't have got, you know, over. I'm not saying she wouldn't have became like champion. I'm not saying she would have become the man without that, but that definitely helped. And maybe, I don't see how Madison Rayne getting her nose broke here is going to help her, but who knows? Maybe he can turn a negative into a positive. Then we get Ethan Page backstage. He says the firm did Jon Moxley a favour in taking out MJF, but he says Moxley shouldn't be counting on the firm because they're going to do him no more favours, and Page is entering the title eliminator tournament. So yeah, there you go, Ethan Page. God help us if this guy wins the title, man. He sucks. And in the main event, it's the AEW TNT champion Wardlow versus Matt Taven with the Kingdom. Not a lot to say here. The Kingdom, JR's putting them over as a great signing. He referred to Mike Kanellis, or Mike Bennett, whatever he's going by these days. he was talking about Maria, and he referred to Mike Kanellis as the "bring your husband to work day," and I don't know if he meant that, but he's completely buried Mike Kanellis. Now, I already done it in a video when I, talked about Maria joining AEW, but for Jim Ross to turn around and call this the "bring your husband to work day," does he have any, and I don't know if he meant it that way, but does he have any idea like how pathetic and weak that makes Mike Bennett look? The bring your husband to work day, essentially saying that Maria has brought Mike Kanellis to AEW because without Maria he would never be there because he's a fucking bum. And JR's right. He's right. That's 100% facts. That is factual. But it's not it's not really what he should be saying when they're trying to treat the Kingdom here as a genuine force or whatever. So yeah, JR just completely buried the guy, whether he meant to or not. He did. Wardlow wins with 4 power bombs. Predictable. I mean, all these. You look at these 4 matches, and not one was in doubt. The only one that you could maybe say you weren't sure about was Ty Mello, but the fact that Madison Rayne is pretty much just a Ring of Honor person that jobs out on AEW, and Ty Mello's in the Jericho Appreciation Society, and she's got her boyfriend at ringside, she was never going to lose that match. So, I mean, these are 4 matches you could have literally closed your eyes and you would have knew the outcome anyway. So Stevie Wonder knew the outcome of these matches. So it is what it is. And then Powerhouse Hobbs comes out after the match to help. So Wardlow's getting beat down by Mike Kanellis, the bring your husband to work guy. And then Joe comes out, even up the odds, and then Powerhouse Hobbs comes out, and then a bunch of nobodies that I don't know come out, and they start attacking Wardlow and Samoa Joe, and that is how the Gates of Agony, I believe they were called, but it's agony watching them, I'll tell you that, man. It was fucking agony watching them. So that was your Rampage. This was a horrendous show, absolutely garbage. The only thing I'm going to give a pass mark to is probably Billy Gunn being, interrogated, tortured by Swerve, but even then it just seems so out of character for Swerve Strickland to be actually going that far and trying to cut the fingers off of somebody. It just doesn't it doesn't seem like the kind of person that Swerve Strickland is. So yeah, it was out of context. I didn't like this show. I never liked AEW, to be fair, but I thought this show was bad. This show was really bad. I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10. Sorry, predictable. AEW's predictable. My ratings for AEW are predictable, but I can't lie. It wasn't good, and it's getting a 0 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Leave a like, leave a subscription. I'll catch you in the next one, and until then, peace.